Hey, what's up, fam? How you doing? It's DKD back again with that score prediction football bull. And before we jump into this week, we're going to talk about last week. So, game week 10 predictions. I'm going to do like a quick review. And as you can see, I got 7 over 10 correct, which is like, considered an A in some places. See, Brighton 3-1 leads. And that was a very close score prediction because it was 3-0. The score was 3-0. So that's like, boom, check it out there. So just in case you're wondering if you should listen to me more often and take me serious, and maybe this is an example of why you should, right? Burnley Arsenal on the money. Prediction perfect. 2-0. Arsenal 2, Burnley nil. Clean sheet for Arsenal. So that score prediction for last weekend was on the money. Crystal Palace Brentford was also almost perfect. Actually, Brentford, I tipped Brentford to score one, but they couldn't. So it was 2-0 in the end. And Fulham Wolves, what was the final score? That was 3-0. I predicted 2-0. So also very close, just one goal off for Fulham. So I mean, you can actually bet what you read now. You see what I'm saying? Nottingham Forest United. I probably went with my heart there instead of going with my head. But yeah, as we can see, United drew that one 2-2. So that one was a miss, not a hit. Spurs Chelsea was a miss and not a hit as well. That game ended in favor of Chelsea 1-0. And Liverpool Aston Villa, I predicted 4-2. The game ended 2-0. Still a two goal lead, but Aston Villa couldn't score. West Ham Newcastle, that was another one that didn't quite hit. It missed. West Ham won. My West Ham, I have a few West Ham friends, and I'm sure they'll be happy about it. West Ham won on the day 2-1. So it was close, but yeah, that was a miss. Then Man City Bournemouth. Woo, yeah, perfect, perfect prediction. In fact, I think I had four perfect predictions. Arsenal, okay, Brighton was close. Man City Bournemouth, that was right on the money. 3-1. Sunderland Everton 1-1, right on the money. Perfect prediction. Perfect. So, in case you're wondering if you should listen to me, this is your sign that I know what I'm saying, even though it's just like, I'm not an expert in football. It's just more of like passion and everything. I love football. And my predictions have been very, very, very close to the mark. Very close to the mark. I got 6/7, 6/10 in game week 9. And game week 10, I got 7/10 and a lot more correct scores than I've ever gotten before. So yeah, maybe I do know what I'm doing. Let's dive right into game week.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dive right into game week 11 prediction. So this is what game week 11 looks like for me. Again, the week starts with Spurs versus Manchester United. I want to believe I'm going with my head here and not my heart because I don't believe Spurs are going to beat United 4 games in a row. They beat United 3 times last season. And if they beat United this weekend, it will be 4 games in a row of trouncing and trashing United. And the last game was the most painful one because it was the Europa League final. So I believe that the United players want to stand up for themselves and be counted. And also we would want to extend our unbeaten run. At least right now we're saying we're unbeaten in 3 games, unbeaten in 4 games. So I'm beaten in 4 games now. So we have to extend the run if we can. So I'm predicting 2-2 Spurs, Manchester United. Everton, Fulham, 1-0 for me because Everton got the win. Was it they got a point last weekend? Sorry, they got a point last weekend at Sunderland, which is a very tough place to go these days because Sunderland are playing some good football. So they got a point at Sunderland. They were actually winning that game, and then Sunderland came from behind to equalize. So I tipped them to get the 3 points this week. Fulham would not be a strong enough opponent to take a point from Everton's home game. West Ham 2-1 Burnley for me. West Ham would want to ride on the win from last weekend. And yeah, they'll be much stronger than Burnley on the day. So West Ham to win Burnley 2-1. Sunderland, Arsenal. Now, this is the only talking point here is if Sunderland are going to be able to score. And I think Sunderland are going to be able to score. Arsenal have been so, so, so good So good, so annoyingly good that it's eating me up inside. It's pissing me off. But what can we say? What can we do? It's their time to shine. Let's hope they mess it up somewhere along the line. Yeah, so Arsenal will win 2-1. I think Sunderland would be able to. Arsenal have been keeping clean sheets now. I think 6 games in a row, clean sheets. It's time for them to concede. They can't keep doing this, right? They can't keep doing this. Sunderland should get us a goal and make it 1-2 to Arsenal. Chelsea would be too strong for Wolves on the day. Yes, they drew their Champions League game to Karabag, and they also, um, I mean, they won the last Premier League game, so they're on a winning run. Wolves, nah, Wolves are the best. In fact, Wolves are the best team to play for anybody right now. Bottom of the league, not winning, not scoring. So Chelsea 3-0 to that one. Aston Villa lost to Man City last week. They will bounce back with a win this weekend against Bournemouth. Bournemouth is a worthy opponent. This is one of those games I wanted to predict a draw, but I think Aston Villa will probably be a bit too strong for Semenyo and his teammates on Saturday. Brentford Newcastle. Yeah, this one I'm going with a draw. Brentford back in the reckoning after a few bad games. They're playing at home. They've been very good at home this season. They've beaten a lot of big teams at home. They beat United at home. See me sneaking United there like a big team. They beat United at home. Only Man City has beaten Brentford in their stadium this season. So I think they'll be able to get 1 point against Newcastle, who lost last weekend to West Ham and would want to bounce back with a positive performance. Crystal Palace, Brighton. Crystal Palace, they're top four. They're playing very well. So Brighton also playing well, won their game last week. Um, I I don't think they can get a point against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace will be too strong for them on the day. They will get 3-1 or 2-1, maybe. In my head, I wanted to say 2-1, but I think Crystal Palace will score more than 2 goals. Nottingham Forest will ride on their win. Sorry, on the draw they got from last game against United. That will give them a lot of confidence to try and eke out a win against Leeds this weekend. And the game of the weekend. This is a blockbuster game. In fact, this is one of those games that you just you just want to grab your popcorn, get your drinks, get some snacks, and sit down around with some friends and watch. As long as you're not a fan of Man City, you're not a fan of Liverpool, this is one of those games you just want to enjoy some pure magical football. Liverpool have been leaking goals, so they'll definitely concede. Man City are scoring for fun. Haaland, Mr. Haaland is there doing his thing. So he has like 14 goals now in the Premier League. I don't know if that's correct. Probably 14 goals. So there's going to be goals in this game, and I'm all for it. I'm looking to enjoy my weekend. That's in fact that's the last game of the weekend, and it's they know what they were doing when they put it as the last game of the weekend. So that closes out match week 11. But I think Man City are going to nick it and win a high scoring game by 3 goals to 2, probably 4 goals to 2. But I'm predicting 3 goals to 2, and that's let me run through that again real quick. Match. Let me run through that again real quick. That's match week 11. Spurs 2, Manchester United 2. That's 1 point each. My heart is hoping that we get more than 1 point, but I just think that's what's going to happen. Everton 1, Fulham nil, West Ham 2, Burnley 1, Sunderland 1, Arsenal 2. Arsenal will win, but Sunderland might finally be the team that scores against Arsenal after 6 games. Chelsea 3, Wolves nil, Aston Villa 2, Bournemouth 1, Brentford 2, Newcastle 2. They will share the points most likely in that one. Crystal Palace 3, Brighton 1, Nottingham Forest 1, Leeds 0, and the blockbuster of the weekend, Manchester City Liverpool, will end with a win for Man City 3-2. And there you have it. That's my score prediction. Those are my picks for game week 11. And as you can see, I'm good for my picks these days. Yeah, hitting the mark. All right, man. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the games, and leave a comment in the section if you think the scores are kind of close. Tell me what you think. What's your own score prediction? What's your match of the weekend? What match are you looking forward to, and what's your score prediction? Have a great weekend, guys. Bossman talking to you. Cheers.